Across the United States, there are nearly 900,000 benefit claims pending for veterans of all wars, according to a recent Department of Veteran Affairs workload report. 67% are considered backlog claims, meaning they've been in the process of being reviewed for more than 125 days. While many veterans who suffer from physical and mental illness wait months to receive much-needed disability payments and long-term medical care, the reality is many veterans wait years to have their claims even heard. CCTV's Ginger Vaughn has more from Houston, Texas.
And we ought to honor those who serve in the military across the length and breadth of this planet. Let's hear it for them, please.
Those words ring true to Air Force veteran Leonard Swanson. Getting support for his disability claims has been the kind of battle he never expected to fight. It's been over 3 years since he filed through the Department of Veteran Affairs, and he's still waiting. Today, nearly 900,000 claims by veterans are pending, and he says it's more than just mountains of paperwork, confusing forms, and bureaucracy. It's about disrespect.
I mean, there's a lot of claims that the service members, because of the frustration, just give up on, and then they just die and fade away. I was more angry over the lack of caring and the callousness that the bureaucratic system has, and that's why you'll see there's a lot of angry veterans because we are being given the runaround.
Swanson was drafted in 1972. The U.S. Air Force trained him to be a missile launch officer in Kansas, where the groundskeeper used the herbicide Agent Orange that caused so many problems in the jungles of Vietnam. Swanson's health declined. Not long ago, he suffered a ruptured aorta.
We weren't forewarned on a lot of the things, especially when it comes to the Agent Orange and dioxins that the military used as a cost-saving measure as defoliants, even on the U.S. bases here in the United States. And so no one said, be concerned if you get stuff on your clothes or your shoes. Much like me, a lot didn't know that they were exposed. I mean, it wasn't obvious. We didn't have a blown limb. We didn't have back injuries or significant injuries that are relevant service-connected injuries. When I went to file for my disability, first of all, they didn't tell us that you had to show service connection in order to get the disability. You just assumed that, all right, well, you know, you're disabled. And you filed for the claims, as the VA allows you to.
3 years later, Swanson is still bogged down in the VA bureaucracy, answering letters from the Department of Veteran Affairs, asking him for more proof, more paperwork.
It's not only time-consuming, but you still have to live. I mean, there was periods where technically I was homeless, and technically I'm still homeless. I mean, even though I have opportunities and things are happening, I'm living in a VA or a U.S. Vets home center that we have here in Houston, and so luckily I'm one of 400 that has a transition capability. There's tens of thousands, even within the Houston area, that are, because they don't have that ability, they don't know how to plug into the system, they're living on the streets. And that is the thing that is most shameful, that our nation is allowing that disrespect.
While Swanson waits patiently for his disability claim to come through, he has also created an organization to help vets find jobs to stay off the streets through a program aimed at giving veterans the right skill sets to find work in the oil and gas market, as part of his service to his country and veterans just like him. Ginger Vaughn, CCTV, Houston.